Disorder. I really want to talk about what actually is a psychological disorder. If you do not understand what a disorder is, labeling someone with a disorder may be very inappropriate and actually can cause more harm, because now the marriage has to overcome a label that may have been misassessed or wrong in every aspect. So we really want to walk through what is an actual disorder. One of the most important characteristics of a disorder is that it's stable over a variety of environments. Now, what that means is a disorder will show up at work, at home, at school, in the neighborhood. It'll show up pretty much in most relationships or most environments. It's also, secondly, inflexible. Now, this is a very important point. Disorders don't change based on environment, and they don't change based on circumstances. This is kind of who they are. Now, I do need to say, disorders can heal, disorders can change, but when they are active, whether it's a defense mechanism, a structure, a psychological compensation for a wound, regardless of why the disorder had to be created to survive, this is an important part when we're trying to separate addiction, intimacy, anorexia, and disorder. Disorders are inflexible. They show up, again, everywhere. They're stable inside and they're stable outside wherever they go. Now, the third part of a disorder is also important. It causes significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. So, it is stable externally, it's stable internally, and it is creating problems. That is a disorder. And there's lots of disorders, okay? And the psychological disorders are orders in which the soul has to reorganize, whether from trauma, abuse, neglect, circumstances, but it has to disorder to try to survive and live through whatever it's living through. The soul was made to be in order. A disorder is not ordered, but it's not ordered consistently, inside, outside, and creates significant impairment. So all three of those have to be in place for it to be actually a disorder. And as we walk through the difference between disorder, addiction, intimacy, and anorexia, we're going to have to understand this primary definition, okay? Because someone can have one, two, or all three of these things going on in their life. Your husband might be a sex addict, an intimacy anorexic, and be a narcissist. That is possible. It could be they're just a narcissist. That's just as possible. Could be they're just a sex addict. Could be they're just an intimacy anorexic. We need to parse this out in a very intelligent way so that you as a woman can make the best assessment on moving forward, how to address your own pain, how to even try to understand this. Because I know as a woman, when you find out your husband has cheated, lied, done porn, has withheld sex, you've been alone, you can't connect, you've begged for love, whatever your circumstances is, you're in pain and you're going out there in your environment on the internet trying to solve the problem of your pain. And you run across this piece or this piece that fits. Well, I want you to be able to take these pieces, these pieces, these pieces, and really make a thorough decision, an intelligent process, so that as you're moving through your pain, your trauma, your grief, your losses, maybe you can better understand. That's my hope, that's my heart, but you need to understand disorders are stable inside, stable outside, and they create significant impairment. That's what a disorder is.